Well, hello there friends. Stag here. Welcome back to my channel where I showcase the creation process of my creepy cute lowbrow and gothic fantasy art and ramble the art things. Today's video is some digital inking for the Wendigo. The Wendigo is a monstrous spirit from Native American folklore. It can have human and deer-like qualities. The spirit can even possess a person, turning them cannibalistic. I did this with more of an open interpretation and didn't go full dark or horror route. I don't know what it is with skulls. I have a tendency to leave the mandible out in other works depending on the feel and atmosphere of the piece, because they just look like they're smiling or laughing. Which can work entirely depending on the piece, but I decided to do a mix-up with this one. So this is a unique piece for me, as I just woke up one day and decided I wanted to do a finished piece digitally and had this image in my head. Whereas I did finished art for the oracle cards digitally, but it was for like a fragment of like a bigger project. Normally the digital inking I did was more simplified for coloring books. I feel I would much rather do traditional inking, but it has its limitations, and paired with issues with my hands, I'm just going to save it for Inktober. There's such a benefit to the digital side of inking, being able to go back and forth between white and black mainly. There are many options now for inking and adding white traditionally, but it's still not perfect sometimes. There might be black seeping through, or the white adds a texture that's not necessarily welcome. With the digital, there is a whimsical freedom with clean lines and no bleed. Coming from a traditional artist background in my mind, digital work is confusing if you can't hold it in your hands. I decided to screen print design for limited edition prints. Things I do digitally tend to take a backseat to my traditional work. I don't showcase it the same, and it has that disconnect within my brain from not holding it in person. This video footage is now easily a year and a half old, and I'm just now getting it up as it was kind of out of sight and mind. Despite the disconnect, I don't devalue it in my head, it's just a different feeling between digital and traditional. I would definitely like to do more finished digital work. I have been writing short stories and I feel I need to illustrate them. Despite some being based on paintings, I want a form of unity across the stories. Anyways guys, I will leave it at that. I really enjoyed working on this piece. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to follow me on Instagram for daily postings on sketches, work in progresses, and other updates. I am also currently running a Kickstarter, Creepers and Haunts, for an array of enamel pins featuring spooky characters with many other add-on rewards from stickers, original drawings, fabric patches, and prints. The first 5 pins are currently in lock. Link to that is in the cards and description. And as always, you can find a plethora of paintings, prints, and other fancy stuff featuring there at lowbrowmisfits.com. You can also find limited edition prints of the Wendigo there, limited to 40. Well, bye.